Hi everyone, welcome to episode 11. Today we're going to make cinnamon rolls, so let's get started. Add that into the mixer. 1 tablespoon of instant yeast. 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 large egg. And 3 tablespoons of softened butter. Okay, so we take that, mix that together, and then we're going to be adding 3 cups of flour. And as we mix the flour, it's going to be on a low speed at first. Once the dough starts sticking together, so we'll take it, turn it up a little bit. So then that way all the dough is on the hook. Okay. Okay, then what I do is I get my bowl, I use butter, kind of grease the bowl a little bit so the dough won't stick to it. And since our weather has been cold, I can't proof it. So what I'm going to do is, first time I've ever done this, is I'm going to try this proofer on the oven. And we'll see how that turns out. So then what I do is I have a little bit of flour here, which I'll put on my hands so I can get the dough out. We'll put that in the bowl. So it's our dough. And we're going to cover that with a towel. Okay, now that the oven is ready for proofing, we're going to take the dough, put this in the oven, and it will be in there for an hour. I'm going to check our dough, see how it proofed in the oven. And there we go. It actually worked. First time I've ever done that. It's doubled in size. Now we're going to take our dough and knead it a little bit. So we're going to take a little bit of flour, put that on a cutting board there, put some flour in our hands, take the dough out. Taking a 12 by 17 baking sheet, and I'm going to grease that a little bit with some butter. I'm going to take the dough, put that on there. Take a rolling pin and roll that out. Now that we have the dough rolled out in the pan, we're going to put in the filling. Filling has 1 cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Let's just mix that up really good. I'm going to grease a glass baking dish with butter. Get that ready. Set that aside. We have 1 stick of butter that's melted. That'll go on first. So let's pour that onto the dough. Spread that out. Okay, then we take our cinnamon mixture. What I do is I'll do it all the way here, but I'm going to leave like about 1 inch here, so when I roll that up, that will stick to the one side. So let's spread that out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start rolling it. So we're going to loosen it up on this end. And when we roll it, we want to kind of try to keep it tight as we can. Okay, so I have that rolled. I'm going to get the cutting board. I'm going to move this over to the cutting board. There we go. Now we're going to take these and cut them in 1 inch rounds. And so make sure you use a sharp knife on these and just start cutting. And as you cut them, just place them in the pan. We have 12 cinnamon rolls here, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to cover these and we're going to put them back in the oven and let these proof for about 30 minutes. Oh, those look really good. They proofed really well. Oven's ready. Temperature is 325. We're now going to put our cinnamon rolls in, and these are going to bake for about 14 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to make the cream cheese glaze for the cinnamon rolls. So we have 1/4 of a cup of cream cheese, 3 tablespoons of softened butter, we're going to take those and we're going to whip those until they're all mixed, nice and fluffy. Okay, now that that's all nice and fluffy, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 cup of powdered sugar. Start that off slow. Turn that up. Start mixing that. And I'm going to start off with, it's either going to take 1 or 2 tablespoons of milk. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. And the consistency you're looking for in the glaze is that it's kind of drizzly. That looks perfect, and we will wait for the cinnamon rolls. Let's get our cinnamon rolls. Oh, they look so good. They're starting to turn that golden brown. There we go. So what I do here is I'm going to put the glaze on top, and I'm only going to do half of it because what I do with the other half is I'll let those cool down, and once those are cooled down, then I individually wrap those and put them in the freezer. So whenever you feel like a cinnamon roll, take one out and you'll have one. So it's best to do this while it's hot, then that way the glaze can get down into the cinnamon rolls. And here we have it. 1 cinnamon roll. See you in the next episode. Bye.